Wednesday.
That's what I said.
No, you said Monday.
Thank you. I had no idea. I made a mistake. So I cover up for my mistakes. I just ignore them. That's what y'all do, right? No, Mr. King, I didn't make a mistake. Stop calling me out. All right. So I want y'all to remember, okay? I don't know what was different, but I saw a bunch of us on number 1 here say immediately, hey, how much water are we starting with? 124. This was number 1. Don't write this down. This was 124. And then what were we doing to that 124? We kept adding 9. And so I saw y'all do plus 9 times 4. 124 plus 9 times, we needed that as a fraction, which I believe it came out to be 4/3. Or 80 divided by 60. And then 124 plus 9m, right? We got that right away. What's different about number 3? What are we starting at?
80.
80. What are we doing to that 80?
Subtracting by 2.5.
Wait, so instead of 124 plus 9, it's 80 minus 2.5. Nothing has changed here, but we freaked out so much looking at it. If you are looking at a word problem and you don't see the equation right away, what can you create to help make it easier?
Equation.
A table. The whole point is if you don't see the equation right away, what can you make? A table. Right? Very plainly, when I look at my time and I look at my liters of water, at 0 minutes, how many liters of water were there? 80. At 1 minute, how many liters of water were there?
77.5.
Okay, how did you get there though? Notice, I want to point this out. Notice how I stopped for a second and I said, how did we get there?
Yeah.
The how and the why is what you need to pay attention to, because the how and the why is what's going to help you do it again in the future. Right? Just writing down an answer doesn't help. Hey Terrence, I'm glad that you're writing stuff, but I want you to write these notes so you have this to study and do your homework with. Thank you, sir. Okay? We need to know how we got here. Well, we took away 2.5 liters every single minute. Right?
Yes, sir.
And then for minute 2, 75.
75.2.
72.5.
You know what I mean, man.
Okay? So, really quickly though, I want to point this out. I need your attention on this, okay? I saw quite a few students start here, quite a few groups even. Why were they thinking this?
Because it's 30 divided by 2.5 is,
I think they went back to which problem number?
2.
Number 2. If you just reproduce something without understanding what you did,
It's going to be 6 to 8.
it's going to mess you up, okay? You cannot just look at the previous template and say, oh, that's what I'm using every single time. Because didn't we also have L equals 9m plus 124?
Yes.
So you've got to be able to think about these things. And also, I need your attention very clearly on this, because there's no way that we should have gotten to this equation, because what is 80? 80 what?
Water.
Liters, okay? And by the way, when I say there's no way we should have gotten to this equation, that's still a mistake. That's a fantastic mistake that we need to learn from, okay? 30 what? Can you take away 30 seconds from 80 liters?
No.
No. Pay attention to, what are these things called again?
Variables.
Not variables.
Units.
Units. Okay? Just because it's a letter does not mean it's a variable. That is the unit of measurement, right? It's not just this random number 80. It's 80 liters of water. Well, I can't take away 30 seconds of time from 80 liters of water. Those are not the same thing. Your variables, not your variables, your units matter. Please pay attention to them. Okay? And again, as I said, there are multiple equations you can write, so you need to understand what is happening. Alright? Notice when we look at it this way, we see the fact that we're starting at how many liters? Starting at 80 liters. And what are we taking away again? 2.5 what? Oh, you see how we're taking away liters from liters?
Yeah.
But we're taking away 2.5 liters every minute, okay? And Bashar, I know you know this answer, so pay attention. What am I going to use to show the fact that I'm repeatedly taking away 2.5 or repeatedly subtracting 2.5 every time? There we go! That's what I'm talking about. Right? Every time that I see that repeated addition, that repeated subtraction, what am I going to do? Multiply. I took away 2.5 liters for half a minute, so what am I multiplying by?
0.5.
Thank you for someone paying attention. For A, I took away 2.5 liters per minute for how many minutes? That's not 30 minutes. Half of a minute.
1.5.
Not 1.5. 1/2. No. No. That's 1.5.
Maybe 0.5.
That's 0.5.
0.5.
What?
How can we do that?
You said 1.5.
Oh.
There we go. Right, it's only half. It's not 1.5. Okay. So, how much water is left in that tank?
What is it? 75?
78.5?
Yeah.
And so then when I look at B, hey, how many liters am I still starting with?
80.
80?
So 80 minus 0.5?
80 what?
80 liters.
Liters, okay.
2.5 liters.
Minus 2.5 liters per minute times.
7.
Notice, why again am I doing times?
Because they're repeated addition.
Because it's repeated addition, or technically it's subtraction in this case, but you can think of it as adding a negative. Kelsey, what do you want to say?
What is half
1.25. You have calculators.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Why are you confused? Sorry, I miswrote this. It should be 78.75, right?
Yeah.
I just misread it. Yeah. Is that what was freaking you out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good question.
78.75?
78.75, yeah.
What's the 78.5?
You said,
Just to say. 78.5.
I miswrote it, or someone missaid it. One of the
It
two.
was just.
I said 0.5.
I got 78.
It should be
It says
78.75.
78.5. What do we got?
Okay, let's take our
What
calculators.
did you get set?
Do 80 minus 2.5 times 1/2.
First one didn't get set.
No. No, you give me 1.5 of 2.5.
Okay.
Times
I
1/2.
got it. I got it.
Oh, 78.75. Make sure you use your calculators right. So it may have just been a calculator error, but notice 1/2 of 2.5 is 1.25. Okay. So, what do I get here?
62.5.
62.5 what?
Liters.
Liters. Hey Josh, I need you and Matthew to pay attention. Okay? So I want y'all to look at this again. This is why it's important to play around with these things. Is that 80 changing at all?
No.
So when it comes down to T minutes, it's still going to start with what?
80.
80, okay. And what's going to come next?
Minus
Minus
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, because has that minus 2.5 changed at all?
No.
Then what am I going to do? Times T. How do we know that there should be a variable right here?
Because we know the lower book. I mean,
Okay.
this can vary.
Because it can vary. What do we see happening here?
It varies.
It's varying, right?
Yeah.
And it is the time, it's the number of minutes.
Yeah.
Okay? So what is this equal to though? This is an important detail.
Is it
Cement in minutes.
L?
Thought this was minutes.
It's L, isn't it?
L the what?
Liters.
The liters. You can also say V for
Water.
V?
Oh.
Volume? Okay? Y'all, we still have 3 minutes left. I want to look at number 4 quickly.
3 minutes already.
Hey, pay attention. Stop. So, let's look at least at part A with number 4. For how many minutes T has the water been draining when tank B contains the following amount of water.
The answer is 2.
How can I use this equation to help me answer A?
Using.
I subtract
Okay, so should 75 be stop?
Any student who wants to
Stop.
join Key Club should visit the
Should
Key Club page
75 be
for
substituted for
application.
L or for
Print
T?
applications in the document corner in room 105 by
What's the difference?
Are you interested in doing it?
L is the number of liters.
And also Mrs. Wilson's room on the interactive. So vote officers at the September 8th meeting. Don't forget to wear white tonight as we white out the Brookwood Panthers.
Can we solve this equation now?
One last announcement. Please be aware that class
Okay.
officer
We will
elections
pick
are
back
going to
up
be
here
closed
on
today at 4
Wednesday.
p.m., so please be sure to
Lesson
vote,
8
through the
homework
Microsoft
is
Form
due on
email
Thursday.
address
What that look like?
today by 4.
What that look like?
It's on the back of the lesson 7 homework I gave back today.
Oh, I already did.
Okay. Well,
Oh! I did.
Hold on. You sure did.
confident in the answers? Okay. Here you go. I'm just marking as 1 day late for the lesson 7 stuff. So you only get taken 10% off.
What number is it?
Kyson. Actually, never mind. You only gave me this one page. Alright, so what again is due on Thursday? Lesson 8. Homework, cumulative practice. Hey guys, you will get about 10 minutes on Wednesday to ask questions. So I would come to class ready to ask a handful of questions about that homework to make sure you understand what you're doing. Hey Brandon, what did I just say? Hey, stop talking. Can someone tell me what I just said about the homework?
Me, I can tell you.
Someone else. What did I say?
We said we only got 10 minutes on Wednesday to ask questions.
You got 10 minutes. Brandon and Bashar, you're the specific person I just called out. You have 10 minutes on Wednesday to ask questions about your homework. You should have done all of it so that you know what you need to ask questions about. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a fantastic weekend when that bell rings. Have a great rest of your weekend. Great weekend.
Mr. Kenny, is he responsible enough to be teacher of the day?
I plead the fifth.